If you've seen the movie Ghostbusters, who knows, you may be wondering if ghosts really do exist. Well, today we find out the answer as we meet a real-life Ghostbuster. Watch.
Hello, Ghostbusters. Yes, of course they're serious. You do? You have? No kidding.
Fantasy can often be more convincing than reality. The experiences people report to us in the field of parapsychology illustrate how people aren't always seeing what they think they're seeing. These reports are dead ends, just like the stairway, which seems to go somewhere, but actually goes nowhere.
Loyd Auerbach is a parapsychologist at JFK University in Orinda, California. A real live Ghostbuster, Loyd receives calls from people all over the country who have experienced something paranormal. He is responsible for weeding out the real ghosts from the bogus ones.
About their psychic experiences, about 100 to 200 a month. Excuse me. Loyd Auerbach, parapsychology.
We got one!
Something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters!
As a real-life Ghostbuster, one thing I don't do is go out and hop in a converted ambulance to speed off to the scene of a phone call. We have to check out the story that is reported to us, which basically talks to us about an experience which may or may not be an objective experience, not necessarily an experience that we could validate, we could be sure of.
I've been very confused and upset, and I hope we can, well, I hope you can help us. We've just moved in this house. We've only been here for 2 weeks or so, and, well, several times now I've seen what I think is a ghost sitting right there on that sofa.
Right, okay. On the end of the sofa?
On the end of the sofa. It's an older man, and he's dressed normally like you and I.
As a parapsychologist, when I walk into a situation where someone has either seen something or is experiencing objects moving, physical disturbances, the first thing I do is play detective.
A child saw something like that the night before last in their room.
How old is your child?
12 years old.
Okay.
And
Boy or
she was
girl?
very upset. It's a girl, and she was extremely upset, and, well, we just don't know what to do. I mean, sometimes I'm wondering...
Unlike the film Poltergeist and, of course, Ghostbusters, we don't have things moving every time we walk into a house. We don't have ghosts appearing out of nowhere that I can catch in a subatomic trap. They don't happen like that. A parapsychologist is a person who rarely ever sees anything in an investigation. For the most part, we are playing detective. We try to come up with a hypothesis, an idea of what has happened or might be going on, and then, because the people usually request it, we try to get it to stop. We have 3 basic types of calls or experiences that we like to investigate. One are poltergeists, where there are objects moving, and we usually relate these to a living person in the home. There's stress on one member of the family especially, and their subconscious is psychically or psychokinetically moving the objects as sort of psychic temper tantrum. An apparition doesn't necessarily have to be a dead person, but this is an image that is seen or sounds that are heard that generally people feel they can communicate with. They can talk to the ghost. It recognizes the fact that you're there just as much as you recognize it. With a haunting, you have an image of some past occurrence. The image itself, the ghost, redoes the same movements again and again and again, and there's nothing you can do to communicate. The worst part of any psychic experience is that you don't understand what's happening. You're afraid it might escalate and become like in the film Poltergeist, or as in the film The Fury of the Entity. Ghostbusters, on the other hand, has put a different light on things. For the first time in a long time, we've had a little humor injected into it. And humor is a powerful tool. Saying, I ain't afraid of no ghosts, is a good thing to keep in mind.
Hey, anybody see a ghost? I don't know. I hope no one's seen one around here, at least. I ain't afraid of no ghost. The point is, it's getting awfully close to Halloween, so I guess we must be concerned. Will there soon be a cure?